Welcome to Guided, your weekly sanctuary where we blend the wisdom of the Enneagram with the art of intentional living. I'm your host Evie, and you're so welcome here. Guided is all about helping you, the modern woman, find your flow in a world that's often all hustle and no heart. Whether you're navigating a career pivot, diving into creative pursuits, or just figuring out how to take better care of yourself, Guided is here to support you. This podcast is like a weekly chat with a good friend, one who's passionate about making your life feel good. At Guided, we believe in living with intention, fostering emotional well-being, and finding joy in the everyday. We tackle the big stuff like overthinking, setting boundaries, and avoiding burnout, all while keeping it real and relatable. Think of this as your go-to spot for practical tips, soulful conversations, and a reminder to break free from the grind. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's dive in. Thank you for choosing to make Guided a part of your weekly ritual. If you're ready to step into a life of intention and empowerment, then hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Guided. If this is your first time listening, I am delighted that you're here. If you are a returning listener, you might be thinking, what is that bird song that we can hear? You guys, I am recording today's podcast outside in my garden. This has been a dream of mine since I decided to launch the podcast, since I moved house last year. I'm spending a lot of time in the garden this spring, and depending on how much you like or dislike the sound of these birds, I would like to try and record as many podcast episodes outside. If you've never watched an episode of Guided, did you know that you can head to the Spotify app, click on this episode, and you'll see in the corner a little box of somebody moving. Hey, that's me. You can watch this episode. You can join me in my garden. You can join me on my deck. It's just beginning to come back to life, the garden. So come and say hi, pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, and let's dive in. Today, we are talking all about how to live in tune with the seasons, something I'm massively passionate about. And today is going to be a guide to spring energetics. You guys, it's going to be really good. But first things first, if we've never met before, hi, my name is Evie. I am your self-appointed online big sister, helping you step into the most aligned and expansive version of you. I am your soul guide. I believe so wholeheartedly that the version of you that you dream of is waiting for you to arrive. You just need to step into being her. So let's do that this spring. If you've been following the podcast for a while, you know that I love to talk about the Enneagram. I am an Enneagram coach. I love to guide people through the modality of the Enneagram, an ancient personality typing tool, an ancient spiritual tool that helps us look at what motivates our behavior rather than just the behavior itself. Can you catch the difference? And so I spend a lot of time on this podcast talking a lot about the Enneagram. And recently I shared a more personal story. I think it was episode 27 maybe, Dance Floors to Deep Healing, my journey to how I got here. And that episode is the best performing episode by far that I've ever shared. I mean, we're quite early on in the podcasting journey, right? We're just coming up to hit 6 months. Are we beyond 6 months now? I think we are. And I have taken that on board. And so I think I'm going to start doing a more personal episode, maybe once a month, maybe once a quarter, I'm not yet sure. And so today we are going to do that, because if you only listen to the podcast, if you don't follow me on Instagram or YouTube, if you aren't on my mailing list, if you aren't a client of mine, you might not know about all the cool stuff that I'm doing. And I realised I hadn't really been sharing that. So I'm going to share a little bit about that today. I'm going to share why I love aligning my life with the seasons. And we're going to talk a little bit about spring energetics as well. Spring is a time of rebirth, right? We know that. The lambs are being born. We've got Easter. There's possibility. There's momentum. The gardens, the earth is waking up from its slumber. Everything is coming back to life. It's such an inspiring time. Sometimes, I don't know about you, living here in the UK, I can wish away spring. I can just want to get to that long, hot summer because I've been cold for so long in winter. This year, I'm really trying to catch spring. I'm really trying to honour it. And I invite you to do the same with me. If you were in a part of the world where spring is not a thing, maybe you are in Australia or New Zealand. Maybe you're in your autumn. Maybe it's wet season or rainy season where you are. Maybe if you live in Thailand, like I used to. The idea of spring doesn't have to be physically going on around you. You know, if you are an owner of a womb, if you have a womb, you have an internal spring every 30 days or so. In fact, I'm in my follicular phase, my internal spring now. Those are cycle days 7 to about 13, just after you finish bleeding, but before you ovulate. So there's lots of different ways to engage with spring. And yeah, I invite you to stay and listen, even if you aren't here in the UK with me right now. When we talk about spring, it's bright, it's fresh, it's full of potential, just like you and I. The days are beginning to lengthen. We've had the shift in daylight savings, so we're having those longer evenings. The sunlight is returning. Things are about to start blooming. And in the body, in the mind, in the soul, I think there is this pull back to creativity as we are surrounded by creation itself. My key themes of spring are new beginnings, increased energy, hallelujah, growth and expansion, and shedding the old. Let me tell you about some growth and expansion that's been going on recently. So if you didn't know, in January actually, I was in Women's Health UK, the magazine, which was super exciting. And last month, I was also in Harper's Bazaar UK, the UK edition. And I am so proud and excited that I've been featured in both of those really amazing magazines. That is so cool. Like, I think 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I maybe wouldn't have believed you. But that is true. I was in those magazines. You can go to my Instagram and see it for yourself if you like. And I think that's so, so exciting. Hello growth. Hello expansion. At the end of this month, if you are local to Sheffield, on the 25th of April, why did I want to say February then? On Friday morning, on the 25th, I am speaking at Creative Mornings. I cannot believe I've been asked to speak at Creative Mornings. I am truly delighted. You can grab a ticket for free, so if you haven't yet, do, because actually the tickets are going really fast, which is wild. But if you don't know what Creative Mornings are, they are a global non-profit that started in New York that was all about connecting creative people in the local area. The theme this month is Crossroads. I have been asked to speak on Crossroads. You guys, there is no better topic for me to speak on than Crossroads. I'm delighted. I can't believe it. And yeah, I'm feeling so proud of that. I'm feeling really, really excited. So I would love, 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 if you're local to Sheffield, to join me for that growth and expansion. It's here. So I am feeling very connected to my little seedlings that I planted a few days ago. I am, beginning to poke my head through the soil, and I'm feeling really, really excited by that. Where are you beginning to bloom in your life? Where are you poking your head out of the soil? Where are you growing and expanding this season? I would love to know. Let me know in the comments. And each month this year, I decided that I really wanted to lean into generosity. And this year, for my mailing list, I'm offering a freebie a month because we all need more treats, right? The world is pretty hard. Let's lean in to more treat. So last month I offered 50% off my blueprint typing session to my mailing list, and lots of people made use of that, which is really, really exciting. I am so excited. So, so excited. This month, I am offering a free meditation event at the end of the month on the 29th of April. The tickets are free.
It's an hour long. We're talking all about how we can shift from overwhelm to overflow through meditation, visualization, journaling. It's going to be glorious, delicious, fantastic, and I decided that I wanted to extend the invite to my guided listeners. So if you scroll down through the show notes now, there is a link and you can grab that link, and I believe there is space left when this goes live. Grab a ticket and come and join us for free. Sink into community, sink into being held, and actually everything that we kind of talk about in today's episode, we're going to expand on in that session, in that class. So if this is kind of speaking to you, I would love to invite you. I'd love to see you there. So here are my favorite ways to align with spring for personal growth. So number one, I think you've got to clear out the old to make way for the new. What I think is so interesting is that Ramadan, Eid, Lent, Easter, Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, the eclipses, they all kind of are happening at the same time. I think that's really, really interesting. There's kind of like a line being drawn in the sand energetically. Lots of people, lots of different groups of people can sense that, can feel that. There is a marker around this time of year. And so I invite you into it. And so that might not look like any of those different festivities or ways of doing life. That might look like clearing out, literally physically doing a clear out. So an external spring clean, decluttering your physical space. That could look like an internal spring clean. You know, using some incense, diffusing essential oils, and kind of energetically cleansing. Maybe taking a salt bath to reset your energy. Or that could look like letting go of limiting beliefs. It's a good one. We should all pick that one up. All of us will have a limiting belief to let go of. I invite you to do that this spring. I then think setting intentions. We've got to talk about seeds, okay? And planting seeds. And people are going to be like, oh, that metaphor, Eve, are you for real? Yeah, I totally am. There is so much for us to learn from plants and trees and flowers. So much. If you think you're above that, you need a reality check, okay? When we're setting intentions this spring, you could think about them like planting those seeds of intention for the year ahead. What do you want to be harvesting in September? What do you want to be harvesting in autumn? Let's set those intentions now. Spring is the perfect time to reconnect to your dreams and desires. So that might look like reviewing those goals. Girl, where do you want to be? What are you doing about it? Okay? Refine that vision and then start taking aligned action. Stop talking about it. Okay? And do something about it. I'd love for you to really do something with the energy this spring, okay? I think you could create a really lovely ritual for intention setting. If you want to learn more about rituals, head back a few episodes because there is a really fantastic episode with Jenna Ocean. I've had so much positive feedback on that episode. I would love to invite you to maybe get a ritual for your intention setting for the seeds that you're planting. I think that could be so helpful. And then you could also start something new. So, you know, like me, I've started my sourdough journey. I've started my seedlings journey, growing flowers from seeds. You might want to start a new class, go to a dance class or a pottery class or a language class. What do you want to start? How do you want to make use of this fresh beginning? I'd invite you to do that. And then you could just start moving, Move with the energy of growth and momentum, Spring encourages movement, both physically and mentally. So again, it could be letting go of physical beliefs, but I'd love you to let go of a physical belief whilst doing something with your body, to show your body that it's safe to do that, safe to let go of that limiting belief, So that could be spending more time outdoors. As you can see, I am doing that. Get your morning coffee and get outside in the garden. Guys, this is my first year as an adult of having a garden and I am beyond excited. If you live in a flat, you can do this too. You can do what I did and stand by a window. That's what I did for the past 9 years. But get outside. Start your day outside. Grab a 10-minute walk at lunchtime. Get the windows open if you're not able to get outside via walking. Allow the fresh air into your lungs. It feels so good. Allow yourself that. I'd love to invite you to shift into action mode, as I already said. Winter is about resting and dreaming. Spring is about that aligned action. It's about movement. It's about doing. What are you doing? What are you doing this season? What do you want to do? And so kind of linked to that, can you get curious? Can you get curious about what you want to do? Can you get curious about that dance class that you've always wanted to take? Can you get curious about learning how to make sourdough, or a new recipe, or a new cuisine, or planting, or learning a new language? Can you honor that curiosity? Wake up that creativity. And actually, if you struggle with that, if you struggle to trust your curiosity, if you struggle to feel connected to your intuition, if you struggle to feel like a creative person at all, please join us for Creative Alchemy, my 6-week online creative incubator to reawaken the artist within. I believe today is the final day of early bird, coming at 40 quid off the course, and join what is a very beautiful group of people gathering online once a week for 6 weeks this spring to let go of those limiting beliefs. If you've ever said anything that sounds like, I'm not creative, other people are creative and I'm just not, I'm creatively blocked, I've lost my creative spark, I don't have time to be creative, I don't have the resources to be creative, I would love to invite you to come and join us for this 6-week incubator course. I designed it for you. It's for you. You'll love it. I started teaching the course actually in person here in Sheffield about a month ago, and the breakthroughs that we have seen, wild, you guys. Pretty cool. This course is the perfect blend of the artist's way and the Enneagram. So if you're looking to reawaken your inner creator this season, it is the perfect time to do so. I'd invite you to join. Let's get curious together. And you know, we've just had the spring equinox maybe about a month ago now, and if you joined for the seasonal reset, my spring equinox seasonal reset, you'll know all about that. We really honoured that balance between light and dark, day and night, rest and renewal. And if you're thinking, I'm a bit sad I missed that, there's still time. Join my free meditation class that I'm offering this month, at the end of the month. Scroll down, get a ticket. It's the perfect time to set those intentions as you're being witnessed by community, as you're being held in community, and to get really clear about what you want this year, your 2025 to look like. I encourage you not to waste this time. If you feel a pull towards something, I encourage you to explore that. Let's do something with those dreams, with those desires, with those goals. And on that, if you were hoping to work with me one-to-one this year, I'd love for you to join my waitlist or grab a free chemistry call with me. I've got people booked out as far as November. So if you are interested in kicking it up a gear and getting really serious about your goals and your dreams and your desires, I would love to invite you to have that conversation with me. The quicker that we have that conversation, the longer you can have for a payment plan, if that's something that you want. So if you've been mulling on it, let's chat about it. I'm a no strings attached kind of gal. My previous clients will attest to that. There is no pressure with me. But if you're looking for that one-to-one support, I am here. There is space currently. If you want to do something with that, let's have a conversation. I hope today has helped you embrace that spring mindset. I hope you've enjoyed hearing a little bit about what I'm doing this spring. I hope you've enjoyed sitting with me in my garden this morning. I want to remind you as well that growth is really natural. Sometimes when we pull so far away from hustle culture, when we have been stuck under like capitalistic mentality and we recognize what hustle culture is and then we try and pull away from it, we can swing so far the other way into kind of apathy and kind of not doing anything and not moving forward. Growth is natural. You just need to look at the trees and the birds and the bunnies and the flowers. We're in a season of growing right now. And it's okay to grow. It's okay to feel excited about that. It's okay to explore that. And it happens in small daily shifts. We're not talking about taking giant, inconsistent leaps. We're talking about those small, consistent shifts. And so I would say start by following the joy. What feels really joyful right now? Can you follow that each day? Can you welcome joy in each day? Can you trust the process of becoming? Girlfriend, I'm having to trust the process of these little seedlings because I've not seen any movement yet. Now I checked, I've not meant to see any movement yet, but there is like such a process of trust there. I've planted them, I've watered them, I'm like letting them do their own thing on the windowsill. I have to trust that they're waking up Can you trust that what's going on internally for you? Can you trust the time that it's taking internally for you? You know, that it is okay. How can you water yourself? How can you give yourself enough sunlight during this time? You can trust the process of becoming. You're allowed to trust in that. And then finally, can you welcome change with an open heart? I want to share that I really love cacao. If you don't know what cacao is kind of very pure chocolate, as it were. It's quite a bitter drink. It was used in ancient civilizations, mainly in South America, and it was used to help with childbirth. It was used to help with period pain. It's used to help with a lot of things. And actually, as scientists have explored what these ancient civilizations have taught us about cacao, what we've come to discover or just affirm is that cacao has properties that actually allow the muscles around the heart to relax. What am I talking about? I mean, it's a heart opener. There are different chemicals in it that allow your brain to be more open, predisposed to experiencing love. You can go away and do your own research about that. You can DM me about it. But I've been on a real journey with cacao recently, and I want to tell you about it. So I really struggle with endometriosis. I really struggle with painful periods. And I used to drink cacao a lot. I find it so helpful for pain management. And then with the house move last year and being really busy, I kind of fell off the train, forgot to order it, and it's not the type of thing that you can just pop to Sainsbury's and pick up. So I hadn't had any in the house for a really long time, and I just got stuck in the kind of monotony of just not ordering it again. I remembered before my previous bleed last month, ordered some, and I've been on a real journey of drinking cacao each morning and making that a real part of my routine, to slow down, to drink the cacao. It's very bitter, it's not super yummy, it's thick, it's like a whole process to make it, so it takes some time. You've got to be really intentional about it. And I'm probably on day 9? Oh yeah, it's cycle day 9, so of course I am. Sometimes I'm so funny. What the heck, Eve? Pay attention. So of course it's been 9 days as I'm on cycle day 9, and I started taking it with my bleed last week. And I can't even express to you the shift that's happening internally. And I think that's both taking time in the morning to be really gentle with myself. I'm trying to drink it outside, even when it's chilly. You guys might have noticed, but I've got a hot water bottle with me. If you're watching and thought, what's going on there? It's a hot water bottle shoved down my leggings underneath my jumper. And just taking that time and drinking the cacao has been so helpful. And so when I popped down on my notes today, embracing the spring mindset, follow the joy, trust the process of becoming, and welcome change with an open heart. If you're struggling to open your heart, 1, you might want some therapeutic support. Hello, I can provide that. And 2, cacao might be a really interesting journey for you to take this spring. And you could potentially find a different, a tea that you love to drink first thing, and be sipping that really intentionally. And you can really think about kind of opening that heart, being really present, and maybe taking a moment or 2 of meditation. Yeah, just drinking that in right now. Fresh air, you guys. These birds, so good. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode being outside. Or you might want to grab cacao and just sink into the fact that we are transforming. We're transforming from winter us into spring us, and soon we'll transform into summer us. And know that transformation is a part of life. You can't miss it. It's happening. It's happening around you. So I've been finding that really helpful, and I offer that to you today. You don't have to take it, but that's what I've been doing. And it's what I'm going to continue to do this spring. Spring is an invitation to bloom, you guys. I am excited to hear about your own personal journeys. I mean, if you want, drop them in the comments. That would be wicked. That would be so exciting. The plans that I have for Guided over the next, spring, summer, and I've also planned out autumn because I'm a planner, are really exciting. I feel really like we're getting into the swing of things, and I hope that you're enjoying the guest episodes, the more Enneagram heavy episodes, and these episodes like this, which are a little bit more of a personal touch. So I hope you found this week's episode supportive. I hope you will join me for that free meditation event. And if you are considering and dreaming of having a little bit more support this spring, this summer, maybe even this autumn, let's have that conversation now. I'm excited to help you step into the most expansive and aligned version of you. You know, my clients see wicked goals literally all the time. We've got clients landing their dream jobs, changing careers, making big decisions about motherhood and family and how they're showing up as a mum. We've got people putting in boundaries for the first time. We've got people making space for creativity. If you want to see reviews, head to my website. There's lots there. It's an exciting time. This work is expansive, it's big, it's huge, it's world shifting, it's life shifting, and it's also really, really simple. So if that's what you need, let's have that conversation. I hope you take exquisite care of yourself this week, and I'm excited to see you next week, where I believe we are back with another guest episode, and I will see you then. Take good care.
If Guided the podcast resonated with you, why not share it on your socials or send it to your friends? And if you have a spare moment, I would love it if you could leave me a review. These small gestures are free and they're invaluable in helping me amplify the reach of Guided the podcast, connecting us with more empowered women who are eager to increase their well-being. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay in the loop with our latest episodes. By subscribing, you'll stay connected and receive a weekly dose of inspiration directly to your inbox. Thank you for being a part of our community, for showing up, and for your commitment to personal growth and self-discovery. Until next time, take care of yourself, stay curious, and keep exploring the depths of your own inner wisdom.